Right, so here we're asked for the square root of 64. So depending on what level you're at for this question, so the square root of 64 is plus or minus 8, because mainly because 8 times 8 is 64. Another way to think about this is kind of what can we divide by 64 to get to the 8? So we can divide 64 by 2. So we can start off divided by 2, so we can say 32. So if you know that 64, the square root of 64 is 8, you can kind of right away say it's plus or minus because of the square root. And you can kind of say that 2 times 32, sorry, it's being a little laggy. 2 times 32 is also 64. And then you can also say 16 times 2 times 2. So you can kind of split this up into factors of 2 and use it, evaluate for simpler numbers. Maybe you don't know what the square root of 64 is, so but you do know the square root of 16 is 4. So you can say 4, you can pull that out in front, and 2 times 2 is just 4. And you know that the square root of 4 is 2. So you have 4 times 2, and that also gives you 8. So depending what the question is asking, usually use a plus or minus. Sometimes you'll use the positive value depending on the constraints. So here they provide other examples. So how do you find the square root of 144? Just use a similar idea and simplify out to get 12. You can also see that positive 12 times positive 12 is positive 144, and then negative 12 times negative 12 is also 144 because the negatives cancel out. That's why we have a positive and negative over here, because we know that negative 8 times negative 8 is also 64. Great explanation. Okay, so the answer is correct.